Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be doing an embarrassing, currently reading book haul. These are books that I started to read but haven't finished yet. And this has been going on since September of last year. Okay, so it's very embarrassing. So let's show you what I've been reading and how far I've got into them. So this month I picked up Horns by Joe Hill, and I am currently reading this, and I am on page 200. So I have a little bit more to go. It's about halfway through. So this one I will be continuing because I'm reading it for a book club. The next book, oh, that's my dog. She got her toy and it's talking. Okay. The second book is a graphic novel that I started this morning called Battle Royale, Book 1. I'm reading this for the manga club, and I'm not very far. I just started it. I'm only on page 11 or so, but I just started it. I'm reading this for the manga for October for the manga club. Okay. And the book Explosion book, I'm reading Black Ice by Becca Fitzpatrick, and I am very far through this book. I am on page 309, so I'm reading this one very fast, and I will definitely finish this in October. Okay, now on to the ones that I'm in I have in my current reading log on Goodreads, but I haven't got very far in them. So the first book is Lyrium by Lauren Oliver. Okay, I started this book when they put the TV show on, and the pilot of the TV show, and I picked up the book, and I am only 226 pages, and I put it down to read something else, and that's as far as I got in this book. This one is the worst embarrassing book ever. I started this in September of last year with one of my daughters, and she was in 4th grade at that time, and the teacher told me it was too hard for her to read, and we were reading it together. I was reading a paragraph, she was reading a paragraph, I was reading a paragraph, she was reading a paragraph, so on and so forth. They told me it was too hard not to read it with her, and I stopped reading it, and I'm still on the same page that we stopped at. And we are only on page 106, Harry Potter, the very first book. So I think that the part that we stopped at was he was picking out the wand. He didn't even get to the school yet. So yes, it's very embarrassing. But I want to finish it. She's now in 5th grade, my daughter, and maybe I'll pick it up again with her. I started it with her, so she already knows up to page 106. So I'd like to continue it, and I have to see if I have to ask her teacher if her reading level went up, so I would be able to read it again with her. So that's Harry Potter. The next book I started reading during the summer, and it's the second book of a series. It's called Whatever Happened to Janie by Carolyn B. Cooney. I read the first one is something about the milk carton. I can't even see it. The page on the milk carton is the first book. So this is the second book. I started this one. I didn't get very far, only on page 18. So I did start it, but anyway, I put that aside. Another book. This is a funny book. I started, I think during the summer I was reading this. The Hunger Pains it's a parody by the Harvard Lampoon. It's a funny thing about the Hunger Games, making fun of it. And I read 56 pages of that. It's a short book. I don't know why I didn't finish it. I guess I got bored because I know about the Hunger Games and I didn't find it very funny. So that was this. The next book I started with a book club, and I just couldn't get into it, and a lot of people said this is very good. It's just very technical for me, and it's Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, and I only got up to page 58. So, and I put this down. So I do have my bookmark in there. I only got up to page 58. And I heard it's really good, so I should really track on with it, but you really need some time to read it. And I think I was reading this with a bookathon type thing, and it was too technical for me, so I put it aside. The next book, I got very far in this book, but I put it aside because I needed to read something else for a book club or something. Daughter of Chaos by Jen McConnell. And this one's about witches, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I do want to finish it. I am 180, and I actually met this author, and I have the book signed. I met this she was at BookCon, and I have it signed and everything. I am on page 180, and I also have the bookmark that she gave me. So I really enjoyed it. I will definitely continue reading this when I have time. So, and the next book I was reading for a readathon with somebody else, The Rosie Project by Jamie Simpson, and I am on page 76. So I did start it. I don't know. So I put it aside. Another book I read for a book club, Reconstructing Amelia by Kimberly McWright. I started this one, and this one I got to page 50. It's about a girl who commits suicide, and I just, at that point when I was reading the book, I just couldn't get into it, so I stopped reading it, but I'm only on page 50. Okay. Another book that I got, I started to read, All the Truth That's in Me by Julie Berry. And this one's kind of creepy. I'm on page 108. It's about a girl who gets kidnapped, and they cut off her tongue, so the whole time she's writing the book, she can't speak. So it's very creepy. So I did put this aside. I'm about halfway. Okay, here is another one that is very, very embarrassing. It is The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. I started this with Justin, and I don't know how far I got. It looks like I was, oh, there's a bookmark in here. It looks like I was only on page 31, and I guess we lost interest a little bit. Then we went to the graphic novel from the library, and we read the graphic novel. Then we watched the movie, but I never finished the very first book. So I have to finish this. I'd really like to. I got all the books now. I want to read them all. So that's another one. And the last book that I have to show you, I started this because the movie was coming out, and I did not get to see the movie. I did start it, and I did get very far in the book, and I was enjoying it, but something happened. I started to pick up something else to read. So it's If I Stay by Gail Foreman, and I am on page 168. So that's like halfway through the book. So I was enjoying it, and I did want to read this and then see the movie, but I never got to see the movie. So anyway, that's all I have for you. So this is my very embarrassing, am reading in the middle of books. So I really have to knock these out before I continue and read something else. But anyway, if you have read any of these books and you think I should finish them, or should I put them in my unfinished pile, folder, or whatever, let me know. So comment below, and I will see you in another video. Thank you for watching. Oh, and I also, besides all these books, I also have stuff on my Kindle that I'm reading. I'm reading Outlander. Not very far in that, but I'm 10% through that, and I'm watching the show at the same time. And on my phone, I'm listening to on Purple Moon. Wait a minute, let me find out. It's Night of the Purple Room by Scott Kramer is what I'm listening to on my by audio, and it is very good. It's about a purple moon, and when the purple moon comes, all the adults or anybody who passed puberty passes away and dies, and then all the children are left on the island, on this little island, actually all over the world. Only the children are left to live. So it's very interesting. It's keeping my attention. And another book that I'm listening to with the children are called The Child, and that is a little mature, but it's about a 10-year-old boy who says that he murdered somebody. He needs a lawyer, and he murdered somebody 15 years ago. So it's more like he's resurrection or something, and the kids are really enjoying it because there is some mature content in it, but I thought they would enjoy it because it is about a 10-year-old boy, and they're 10 years old, so they seem to like it. So those are my two audiobooks that I'm listening to at this time, and I think that's about it. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. Also, comment below if I should finish these books or should I just push it aside and go on with something else. Thank you for watching, and have a good night. Bye.